Welcome. This is Davros, introducing you to the attack of the 50-foot nerds. Listen carefully, or be exterminated.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geek Retreat Warrington for the live recording of the attack of the 50-foot nerds. Give it up! Woo!
Thank you very much, thank you very much. It's nice to be in a place where we actually have an audience.
Wow, yeah. People.
Oh, it's nice to be back in Warrington. I like it.
Play the intro.
No, put that in the edit.
All right.
Oh, do you want me to play... which
I
version?
don't know, it's up to you.
Oh, because Amanda wants me to play the intro. I've got to play the intro.
Yeah. It's not professional otherwise.
All right, I'm on the wrong thing. I've got more muddled up. Right, yeah, let's play the intro then. Sorry. Hi, Courtney Cox! It's me, Screaming! I'm trying to make biscuits!
It's all about smuggling monkeys now.
Dad!
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom.
That's a reference to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
it's time for the attack
I noticed Matt's not here.
of the 50-foot
All the forces.
I can't make it. I was like, is it because Paul's coming?
It's got a severe Paul allergy, apparently. Are you done or what?
No, I'm finished. I was just setting
So
up.
why do they have to play the intro?
Because, the show doesn't properly start otherwise.
I put it in the editor because I've got to put the clips in.
That's fine.
Oh, God. Anyway.
We
are the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds anyway. This is episode 71. My name is Mike Bell, and joining me once again as we kind of stumble our way into this podcast, I am joined by my co-hosts.
The one who wants the introduction. Amara, resident Chaos Goblin.
This knobhead here.
The one, the only, the real Paul.
So he says.
I love the fact that we're in fucking November.
And then we've got Cryptid Paul over here.
Yeah, it's literally December in 3-4 days time, and he's wearing sunglasses indoors.
Yeah.
That's part of his shtick now.
It's part of my shtick. Yeah, it's part of my shtick now. We've
glaucoma or something. You're
What?
not Stan Lee, you know.
Oh boy.
Do you have an opinion on his sunglasses, Cryptid Paul?
Oh God.
That's his
That was
usual
worth
go-to.
waiting for, thank you. Right.
Thanks for that.
So, we last did a show
He always screams.
a week ago.
That's not happened for about, what,
Years.
5,
Years, more than
6,
5.
7 years?
About 8-9 years at this point,
Yeah.
yeah. Last time that we did a show, we were at Geek Retreat Liverpool.
Yay!
Yes.
That was lovely.
Oh, booze over there. Why the booze? From Manchester. Fair enough.
What?
Fair enough.
All right,
He's from
Monk-
Manchester.
Monk-
Hey, I don't
Monk-
like
oh.
Liverpool, mate. Hey, top banana.
Oh, weird.
Coronation Street and that, kids. So, because that's how you all speak in Manchester. I'm allowed to do that now because there used to be a Mancunian in my family, and he's not in my family anymore. So fuck him. So
Fair enough.
yeah. So, we did a show a week ago at Geek Retreat Liverpool. So we had basically a whole month's worth of stuff to talk about. It's only been a week, so we don't really have much to talk about this time.
We've got enough to talk
We've
about.
got a bit.
We've still,
We'll fill the fucking time.
the world of geekdom carries on,
Yep.
and there's always something new
I
to
know.
talk
There's been
about.
about
I mean,
500 Doctor Who
I
news
do,
stories this
I
week.
do
so.
specifically remember one story that last week we were like, oh, we're going to tease you because we forgot to mention it in the show.
Well, no, we're going to talk about it this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
I thought, nah, why not? Well, nah, I'll leave it.
let's-
At least we'll give us something to talk about this week. Anyway, Hi, Doug. How are you?
I am fantastic.
It's been a while.
It's been a
Been a
whole
while.
It's been a whole month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I am
I'm
fine.
going to be so nice to you because we were so mean to you last time you were here. So I'm going to hold your hand. I'm just going to be back rubs, everything. But no hot drinks. I'm drawing the line at
Not even got a fucking bottle of water.
But they really,
No, unbelievable.
but they really get you going.
Honestly, I was listening to the show, the
Yeah.
Liverpool show, in the car, and I'm just like, I'll put my favourite podcast on.
So put on Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I couldn't get it, so I put you guys on instead. And And then somebody brings over some hot drinks, and Amara goes like, "Yeah, fucking Doug."
No, you're adding extra words now. I said, "Yeah, Doug, get with the program."
He's actually
It's
taking
the
words
short
away
I heard
then.
a fucking-
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, but he added
hurt
the
me
swear
like,
word.
It hurt me like I said it. It hurt me.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank you, Kath. Anti-Kath.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chris was our water.
Kath looks after us.
Yeah, so Kath's the favourite.
I need to get my hearing checked. I've been mishearing you lot all. Yeah, exactly. I've been mishearing you two all fucking night. So I thought.
Well, it makes a change because he
I
spent
thought,
half the last episode mishearing me,
Yeah.
and listening back, it's like, yeah, no, I definitely said that, and
shooty.
yeah, shooty,
Right.
shooty, yeah.
No, it was
Shooty
'cause
Gatwa.
Put water down, and then you said thank you to Kath, but I thought you just said Catholics are here, and I was like, what?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus is in the house. Amen.
But is he vegan?
Is he vegan? Yes. Is Jesus
Fucking that
vegan? It's a question we've all wanted to know.
Can they turn it into wine?
Eat of my body, drink of my flesh. Drink of my flesh, drink of my blood. Is Jesus vegan? That's the question.
We had this
Drink of your
conversation
flesh,
already.
vampires.
Smoothies.
If you
So,
if you want to
put
hear
Jesus
our,
in a blender.
if you want to hear our thoughts on that, you need to pay on
Be here
Patreon.
in the past an hour.
No, you need to pay on Patreon where we're going to do a special episode about
Sure.
the
Why
Jesus.
not? Why not? So
If Kevin Smith can do a whole podcast on veganism, then we can at least do an
and
episode.
he did a whole film about Jesus, so you know
Yeah,
there is that.
he did too.
Yes, he did, and Mel Gibson did one as well. But anyway,
I think I like
said.
Mel Gibson's film was less about Jesus and more about like
Mel
I
Gibson-
hate Jews.
Mel Gibson.
Do not put that clip in the fuck.
Thank you.
God damn it!
Makes a change. It's not me.
Mel Gibson's the new
As
Doctor Who
soon as I
companion.
said it,
isn't he?
I was like, fuck.
Yeah, Mel Gibson's the new Doctor Who companion, isn't he?
Millie.
Oh,
Millie.
God,
sorry.
that'd be a fucking weird Doctor Who. wouldn't it?
Doctor Who and the Lethal Weapon by Nicholas Briggs.
Terrence Dicks.
Fucking
Anyway, yeah, we've got not really anything to talk about because we talked about it all last week.
What we've been doing anyway.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we've been
I've
doing
just
in the
been in
past
work, to be honest with you, and I've had 4 days off now. I was off on Thursday, Friday, yesterday, and today. I'm off again tomorrow, so it's all crazy in my life right now. That's
Fair
it,
enough.
though. And you
Paul?
got anything? No?
No. Let's.
I played a gig yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which was like with my band Albzargle.
Albzargle.
Albzargle. Like the one with like normally with metal bands you'll see like jokes about either the band name's unpronounceable or the logo's unreadable. We decided to be dickheads and have both.
How'd you get a metal band into a van?
What?
Big magnet.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello.
Fair enough.
Stick on. Hello.
But like so we were playing this.
How'd you get the Pope
playing
into a
gig
Volkswagen Beetle?
Pokemon.
Take his hat off. There you go.
Fuck's sake. So, like, I promise the jokes.
And I said last week, after episode 69, it's downhill all the way.
Of course.
No, going down is what we did in 6.
Oh, God.
No, but yeah, I did a gig, so that's why earlier during soundcheck I was like, ah!
And you've just done it again, so
Yeah.
thanks for that. That's going to be fun to listen back to in the edit.
Yep.
You know what else
You're
is
welcome.
also fun to listen back
I've
to in the
also
edit?
been working on music stuff because one thing I didn't mention last week.
I had a good segue there.
Sorry,
I have good segues. They get taken
not anymore.
away.
You don't.
I
Because
rely on rollerblades.
actually, it was fine. Do your segue.
Okay. You know what else is fun to listen to in the edit?
What's that?
The People in Geekdom sounder.
I don't know if that was a good segue.
It's time to discuss people in geekdom.
Fuck you all. Oh, right. Okay. Our first person in Geekdom this month is someone that we do have a sounder for, but I forgot to get ready. So let me just do it really quickly. Where is it? There he is. No, that's the wrong. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Go.
Is it?
It's very quiet.
The famous comedian Arnold Schwarzenegger. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
The output's have been down this entire time.
My nipples are very sensitive.
There we go. That's why I did a version 2, because you can't really hear it. But anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right, okay. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, we're talking about him because James Cameron, the director of the Terminator movies, obviously a frequent collaborator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is out doing press for the long, not awaited, because I don't give a shit about it, Avatar sequel is coming out. Avatar, The Shape of Water, which is whatever shape you put the container of it as, I guess.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense.
The whole film is just going to be like all building up to the last line where the hero just looks at something and goes, "It's a bucket." Credits.
So James Cameron has revealed that Arnold Schwarzenegger almost played the lead in Alien 2, or Aliens as it's known. Did you know about this?
I did not know.
No one knew about this. Okay, so when he, will you get that bloody phone away from the thing, please?
No, it's not my phone. My phone isn't connected to data and shit.
Well, I don't know what's going on then, because it sounds like someone's trying to text me in 1998.
Yeah.
So while he was in pre-production on Aliens, obviously he wanted Sigourney Weaver to come back as Ripley. Built the script around her and everything like that, and she asked for the princely sum of $1 million to be in the movie. That's fucking chump change these days, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you said it. You need to put your no.
Oh, sorry, the princely sum of $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an audio podcast. I can't do the Dr. Evil thing.
No, you can do it.
It is.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, there's a camera going, but also you can do a voice.
Okay. The princely sum of $1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million. That one. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Should we keep going? Shall I do different voices?
$1 million.
Hey,
$1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million. There you go. Anyway, she asked for $1 million.
How much?
$1 million?
Yeah, unbelievably. Yeah, can you believe it? So Fox at this point went, no, that's too much money. Don't be ridiculous. So James Cameron went, right, okay, I think I know how to force their hand. So he goes to Arnold Schwarzenegger's agent and says, I've got Alien 2 written here. We don't think we can get Sigourney Weaver back for us. So if I take Ripley out and make Hicks the lead, because it's about a group of soldiers and everything like that, what do you think to Arnold Schwarzenegger playing that role? And his agent went, fantastic, get it written, getting rid of it. Yeah, he'll love it. Arnold Schwarzenegger's agent at the time worked in the same office as Sigourney Weaver's agent. The agent got wind of this, fed it back to Sigourney Weaver, who was just like, well, I don't want Arnold Schwarzenegger to take the role. And so her agent proper lobbied Fox, who eventually managed to up their offer to the $1 million that she was asking for, and that's how she stayed on in the movie. But it just kind of make you wonder how Alien 2 would have gone if Arnold Schwarzenegger had been in the role.
Yeah, that would have been fucking weird.
I wonder what it would sound like.
I'm just imagining the actual fucking table reading. James Cameron just being like, right, Arnie, wait, this is James Cameron. I'm James Cameron.
It's nice to be back at the table with you. Yes, let's do it. Do it now. Come on.
Get away from her, you bitch. As Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's go.
Get away from her, you bitch. Yeah. Come on.
No, my first thought.
If it bleeds acid, we can kill it. It might take a little bit of time and bleed through the floor, but we will kill it. Yeah.
I know I called you in because you were going to play Hicks, but I've got a better idea.
What? Shall I be nude? They will mostly come at night. Mostly.
You're going to play the Xenomorph. just the idea of like that way they can have both of them in, so it's like the whole film is Sigourney Weaver like around, and then it's just
Arnie
like
to have a little tiny arm that comes out your mouth.
And that's how they can hear it when they're looking at the monitor for in the vents. They just like the fucking radar is going. Yeah. Fucking like it would be like the movie equivalent of those fucking Skyrim mods where it's like change the dragon into Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, I'm the dragon now. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Dropping the elbow on you. Step into a Slim Jim.
You know what that would make? It would completely ruin the immersion, but
Not so fast.
That idea would make a great mod for Alien Isolation. Just imagine playing the game Alien Isolation and the xenomorph is
I'm coming to get you. Yeah. Ooh. Right on your tail. Coming to get you.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, like...
Don't find me. I'm hiding in the cupboard.
No, like... So the
Why
xenomorph...
did you say that? Yeah.
Fucking...
I know who you are.
Just the idea of it being like... Tension, like... And then... Like, it just... As the tension is ramping up to all of a sudden...
Oh, yeah!
I wasn't even... Like, I'm just thinking like Arnold Schwarzenegger in that bit. Like, so you're like hiding and everything's super tense, and then all of a sudden you just hear, "Get to the chopper!" Like... Just out of a fucking duct.
Now I'm thinking of Macho Man Randy Savage as the alien, and I just want them to take that big dome thing off his face, have really intense eyes like this.
Yeah.
Locking Miss Elizabeth into cupboards and stuff like that.
Opens his mouth, and the little mouth is made out of a Slim Jim. Fucking. I think I ruined that bit.
It's fine. So
You've got this, mate. You've got this, mate.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger was almost Aliens.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was almost Aliens.
What would that sound like?
Cohagen, get those people to air. Because I need it. Because I need to bring myself down now and
Go back to my normal voice and then talk about someone who died. So, because, that's an easy segue to do as we move into the section that we call Graveyard Dead.
My son is dead.
Respectful.
Dead.
Graveyard Dead.
Graveyard dead.
Okay, so
I am waiting because of that sound. I am waiting for the day where we have to act somber when we've got that sounder and it turns out like the
Paul
celebrity.
died.
No, fucking hell.
I'm gonna play at his funeral.
No, like
I'm gonna set as my ringtone, stand at his graveside, and make sure someone rings me at the time. My Paul is dead. My Paul is great.
to be fair,
Fuck you, I plan on outliving the lot of you.
to be fair,
Cockroach. Go on.
if anything happened to Paul, we've already got a replacement. Sorry, Paul.
And Matt still wouldn't come to the show.
Yeah, true. But no, I'm thinking more like we have to cover.
We shouldn't have taken Paul to the Liverpool show. Matt might have come.
Fuck's sake. No, just the idea. Like, I know I've fucking derailed where we're going, but the idea of us like having that sounder and then like trying to be somber afterwards when we're covering the story of like a celebrity that like died by falling down a set of stairs or some shit.
We've already got a sounder for that. It's falling down the stairs sounder.
Oh, I forgot we've got the falling down the stairs.
I'm actually have it here somewhere. Where is it?
Oh God.
Stairs. Have we got the stairs?
Have we got the stairs sounder?
No, it doesn't look like it. I can't find it.
Boo.
So, never
We
mind.
did have one because
yeah.
I remember one of.
No, it's fail sound.
I remember one of the old episodes where it was just like people constantly.
It's one of the ones I've been listening back to when I've been editing the best of show, and it's literally every 5 seconds. So anyway, someone who died was Jason David Frank, also known as Tommy from the Power Rangers.
He didn't fall down some stairs.
No, he hung himself in a bathroom.
We found out.
That's delightful.
We found more.
Well, yeah, it's been widely reported, but it's not been sort of officially confirmed, but it's been widely reported that he took his own life.
There was
really, really sad.
Someone who attended the scene, presumably a police officer or not, the paramedic or something like that. They've said that he was. He passed away last weekend at the age of 49, literally about an hour before we did the Liverpool show.
Yeah,
so,
hence we kind of alluded to it. But
we wanted to wait for more information to come out first.
Yeah.
Now, he originally joined the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series back as the Green Ranger Tommy.
He wasn't one of the original Rangers.
No.
He came in towards the end of the first season as the
evil
Ranger.
one.
Yes, yeah.
The Green
Rita
Ranger.
Repulsa had the green candle or whatever nonsense it was. Anyway, no, that's when he lost his power. I forget now. Anyway, so so he went on to become the actor who had the longest association with the series. He was the Green Ranger, lost the powers, came back as the White Ranger, then stayed on as the White Ninja Ranger. He also came back to the show multiple times to become the Red Zeo Ranger, the Turbo Ranger.
I was going to say the Red Zeo and Red Turbo sort of like followed on from being the...
Yeah. He was also the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. He, obviously, given the role, he was the lead in the Power Rangers movie. The one with Ivan Ooze. You can call me Bill and you can call me Steve. That one. And then,
like
obviously,
teenagers.
Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. And then he also returned to the franchise in 2017 with a cameo role alongside Pink Ranger Amy Jo Johnson in the Power Rangers movie. You know, the one with all the Bryan Cranston in it as well.
Yeah.
So he's survived by his wife and 4 children. He was 49.
Yeah. One thing I will mention. I don't know if either of you two saw it, but I saw like he had finished work on like.
Paul's just about to talk about
Legend of the White Dragon. Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's not in that bit.
No.
Did you see the?
I have additional information because I do my research.
I was going to
as
put it in, but I thought no. I'll just leave it.
There was a sort of fan film stroke TV series that there was originally. They tried to kickstart a few years back. The Kickstarter wasn't actually successful, but they've still managed to get this thing made with a number of former Power Rangers stars and other people. It's currently in post-production, so that's going to get a posthumous release sometime next year. Yeah.
Because I was going to say, I remember there was
It's one of those unofficial, official things.
Yeah.
They're like the Daredevil, not the Daredevil, the Punisher Dirty Laundry thing.
Yeah.
They did do a Power Rangers knockoff.
That guy did a Power Rangers fan film as well.
Because I know there was one that was done by the dude who played Billy.
Oh God, why am I blanking on his name now?
David
Bosch, I want to say.
No, that's Johnny Young Bosch. He was the second.
No, it was David
Red
Thingamabob.
Ranger.
But I
Second
remember
Black Ranger.
him doing a Kickstarter for a film that had a lot of the old Power Rangers actors in, because I remember backing that one.
I don't remember now.
And then, but this one is called, it's Legend of the White Dragon.
Legend of the White Dragon. Yeah.
It's weird watching the trailer because it's like, yeah, this is clearly Power Rangers, but then there's a scene of them running around with assault rifles, and I was like, what?
Did you not watch the bootleg universe knockoff Power Ranger thing that did the Power/Rangers or whatever it was called?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
that's really quite good.
running around like with guns and stuff like that, and they've got the chest shield thing, but it's like an energy shield.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
He was also. I mean, a lot of people paying tribute to him, especially amongst the fans, because Josh and I had
He was a big regular at Power Morphicon.
Yeah,
well,
at lots of conventions,
Loads,
including ones more local to
I've
us.
seen millions of posts these last
He
week.
was at the C2E2 that I went to.
Yeah.
I met him.
Somebody tried to assassinate him a few years back as well, didn't they?
What the fuck?
At a con. Honest to God, somebody turned up at a con dressed as the fucking Punisher, armed to the nines. Every weapon on him was real, and the reason why he was going was to kill him. And security.
If he was going to kill him, you'd go dressed as Lord Zed or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's exactly what happened.
He'd also contributed to Boom Studios comics
They did
series
comics,
with a graphic novel called Soul of the Dragon. He's he's massively involved in the franchise and in fandom in general.
Definitely.
And it's I mean the thing that's just shocking for me though is he's my age. He was my age.
Yeah.
He was literally like 4 months older than me. I turned 49 in a month's time, and it's like it's shocking to think what kind of pain was he in to do that.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine that. And what I want to say is that if you're listening to this and you ever feel that way, then talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Talk to your friends, talk to your family. If you can't talk to them, there are people you can talk to. The Samaritans are always there. The number is 116123 in the UK. There's the campaign against living miserably. They're available 5 to midnight every day on 0800 58 58 58. There are loads of other places you can talk to. If you're not in the UK, I'm sure there are organisations that will be there to support you.
Google is your friend.
You don't need to. You don't need to go that far.
Yep.
No. Right, okay. That kind of puts
That was
a
cheerful.
button on the People in Geekdom section. Let's kind of move on to cheerier stuff and talk about our movie news.
Thrills and chills abound in movie news.
Chills abound.
I've been waiting for that. Yeah.
Movie news. The first bit of movie news I've got this month. Go on.
I was going to say, is that going to be all the, like, when we redo the sounders, all the sounders are going to be movie news.
Section 2, movie news.
Yeah.
Marvel are going to be, the Marvel train, don't stop going. There's a big casting rumour going around for the upcoming Thunderbolts movie, which, as we all know, is basically their Suicide Squad equivalent. And the studio is now searching for an actor aged between 30 to 50. So, Marvel, give me a call. To play a conflicted and powerful villain who's been compared to an evil Superman. So, this seems to indicate that either Sentry or Hyperion are on the way to the MCU.
There were rumours for a while that Henry Cavill was going to jump ship to Marvel and
I almost put that on my notes.
Play Hyperion, wasn't there?
Yeah, Hyperion is rumoured for Loki season 2, and the big rumour was that Henry Cavill was going to be playing him. Obviously, given the fact that, spoilers, but I think everyone knows this right now, is Henry Cavill is back in the DC universe as Superman.
That wasn't really... Yeah. I watched it over the weekend, and that's a Black Adam. It's a really good cameo. It's just... It's absolutely spot on, and it's like, I want to see more of that conversation.
Well, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. I think DC will do anything that they can to keep Shazam and Black Adam apart at this point because the styles are just so conflicting. But anyway, if you want to bring Hyperion in, you then have to deal with the whole Squadron Supreme of it all, and
which is basically, I mean, as you pointed out, Hyperion is basically Marvel Superman. Yeah, Squadron Supreme is basically Justice League.
Yeah. So that's a whole kind of way to be going into just for that one movie. So I'm leaning on this being more towards Sentry. And Sentry is a decent character. The one thing that I know about Sentry is that it's his fault that Marvel Zombies exists. Because Sentry was the first Marvel Zombie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Because he got... I mean, depending on whether or not you want to class Army of Darkness versus Marvel Zombies as canon, Sentry was infected by the Necronomicon to become the first zombie in that universe.
Okay.
Now, apparently Marvel are wanting either Ryan Gosling or Alexander Skarsgård for the role, which would be the second Skarsgård in Star Wars.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, because
Star Wars?
Marvel. I'm thinking of Stellan Skarsgård just been in Andor. It's a fucking great show. I love that. But he's also the guy from the Thor movies. Shut up. I've never even thought about it, actually. Star Wars Andor.
Who'd have thought that the most popular Star Wars, probably one of the best Star Wars TV shows would be named after a logic gate.
Yeah.
Andor. The Mandalore, really? I don't know. So we'll keep an eye out for that right now. So, I guess we'll just wait and see. Sticking on the Marvel track, we are moving over to Deadpool now. And as we all know, Deadpool 3 is on its way. And Deadpool 2 received a family-friendly Christmas version a few years ago now with Once Upon a Deadpool. Have we all seen Once Upon a Deadpool?
Yeah. No, and why have Disney Plus not put that up yet?
They're probably either waiting for Christmas or...
Fred Savage wants more money.
It may actually be there under the extra features section.
I've looked and it's not.
Is it not?
It's definitely not.
I'm sure it'll turn up sooner or later. I actually watched Home Alone over this weekend. Oh Jesus! That's a movie.
I have a feeling I'm going to be watching that at some point. December is. I'm going to be moving over to
we
Christmas.
lived that movie last year. As you know.
I was looking at that the other day actually.
Yeah, I watched it. But anyway, so Deadpool had the Christmas version, which is Once Upon a Deadpool, which is basically just the same movie with the swearing cut out, and Deadpool's talking to Fred Savage in bed because Princess Bride. But he has Ryan Reynolds has revealed that a script exists for a full-on Christmas story for Deadpool. He says, now we've got a quote here from Ryan Reynolds, so we need a voice. What voice are we giving Ryan Reynolds?
There's only one. Come on.
Give him a Welsh.
No.
Given that he now owns.
Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah, welcome to Wrexham.
I've been watching that. All right then. 4 years ago, Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick and I wrote a Christmas movie starring Deadpool, but it got lost in the shuffle at Disney, so it did, boyo. When they acquired Fox, and it never got made. Maybe one day we'll get to make that movie. It's not a musical, but a full-on Deadpool Christmas movie. So maybe one day.
With his lovely dieback.
Oh yeah, Fireman Sam.
No, man! Fuck. No way! No way!
So yeah, maybe one day, future Disney Plus special presentation.
I think that would be next year's Christmas.
I watched the
special
Guardians
would be
of the
good.
Galaxy Christmas special.
I have
haven't
not
watched
yet.
that yet.
I really, really enjoyed it.
I'm looking
watch
forward
that
to it,
tonight.
but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is. I mean, Disney Plus spoiled it themselves by putting that episode of Disney Legends or whatever they call it on.
Yes, I heard about
Paul's
that.
just broken his
Spotlight.
tablet.
No, I haven't broken
No,
it. I just,
Right.
Yeah, they put. I don't know if anyone knows the story, but Disney do this little series called, I think it's the Marvel Legends or something.
Yeah.
Where they focus on various characters and basically say their story throughout the MCU so far, and
Yeah.
they because of they are the main
previously
characters.
in the Marvel Universe
Yeah.
for this character.
So because the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special focuses on Drax and Mantis, they did a Marvel Legends on Drax and Mantis. They included a deleted scene from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which they should not have done. Gives away a massive spoiler for the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. So Disney went, and took it
Yeah,
down.
they shit themselves and pressed the delete button.
Yes. I mean, the genie's out of the bottle at that point. Thanks for breaking things, Doug. So, yeah, but as I say, if you watch it, it gets revealed anyway the content of that deleted scene. But it was good.
Turns
I
out
enjoyed it.
Drax was Santa all along.
Drax was the friends we made along the way all along.
Ah,
So, and there's this big thing right now about whether Mark Hamill is
Mantis
or
is
isn't
actually-
in the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Have you seen this?
what?
So at one point they cut to, because they're on Nowhere, as the Guardians own Nowhere now. They just own a giant head in space.
Fair enough.
As you do.
I don't know. They bought it off the collector. And there's a part where Nowhere is decked out in Christmas decoration, and it cuts to various aliens around the head. And there's one older guy, scruffy, with a beard, sitting in the corner wearing a Santa hat, having a drink. And everyone went, that's Mark Hamill! That's Mark Hamill! Even though the credits say that it's a completely different actor. Or every online thing I've seen about that TV show says, it's Mark Hamill. And Mark Hamill's son went on Twitter and went, no, it's not me, Dad. And Mark Hamill went, you sure? Because it looks like me. It's not. But yeah, he's fanning the flames. I would like to see Mark Hamill turn up in the Disney. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Surely, if they were going to put him in, they'd at least give him a line.
He should have been Cosmo. I mean, don't get me wrong, the girl who plays Cosmo is great, because Cosmo is in the Christmas special. But yeah, Mark Hamill needs to turn up somewhere. Anyway. Okay, what other movies we got to talk about? Okay, so the next one is we are going to talk about a remake. This is a remake that I don't think needs to happen, as I tend to think about most remakes.
Yeah, this is one I tend to agree with.
So,
I don't remember which one it is. Oh,
So
I've
there is
just seen
a
it.
filmmaking team who go by the name Radio Silence. There's a couple of guys who write and direct and produce and stuff. They go by the name Radio Silence.
They're really hard to get a hold of.
Yes, they did the 311098 section of the first VHS movie. They also did the most recent Scream movies and Ready or Not, the one where people play hide and seek for an hour and a half. It's a lot better than it sounds. But they are currently working on a script for a reboot of Escape from New York. They're going to be bringing Snake Plissken back to the screen. Not much else is known at this point because they are busy on Scream 6, which I saw the poster, the title treatment for Scream 6 this week, and it pissed me off because it's SCIREA line VI. So that the M is a line and then a Roman numeral 6. That winds me up. If you're going to do that, just put the 6 at the start and it's 6 cream. You know what I mean? That's cream. Yeah. But they put the Roman numeral 6 in there.
Well,
They didn't even do 5 cream for the last movie. So
Yeah, that would have made like.
yeah.
This is why I'm expecting Deadpool 3's logo to
But
be
the last
like,
movie wasn't even called Scream 5. It was just called Scream. So why have you gone
fair
from
point.
Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, Scream 6,
Yeah.
or Scree-I-V-I?
Screevy!
As with most things, it's there to piss you off.
Yes, it's like they're doing it on purpose. But anyway,
It's about a new character called Screevy.
Screevy.
Hello, my name's Screevy. I've come to stab you. I like scary movies. Hello, you still there?
Yeah.
Hello. I hear you know a lot about horror tropes, so I'm going to follow the formula of a romantic comedy just to throw you off.
Do you like German impressionist cinema?
Yeah, fucking love it. Screevy.
Why do you always say your name again?
I don't know.
It's like, well, it's because I'm imagining it was like some sort of weird little goblin, or it's
Like Bat-Mite in the Scream.
yeah, basically like everyone. It's like it does. This is going to be like
Hi, Courtney Cox. It's me, Screevy.
yes, yeah. It's like,
Hang on, isn't that just Leprechaun?
No,
Well,
that was
no.
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yes, it was.
It was the other friend.
I was what I was thinking was,
and
like,
that was me.
and this
Hello, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. This
That's
is
not
gonna-
tenable.
This is going to be a very like fucking niche comment, but anyone that knows the band Necrogoblicon,
I was going to say you in a niche comment. Yeah. Crazy. You want to
yeah,
hear that?
fair point. But the band Necrogoblicon, right?
Right.
They have the whole thing. It's like a death metal hardcore type band,
Right.
But they have a whole thing where they have a dude that comes along on tours and like is in the music videos and stuff. And he plays a character called John Goblicon, and he's like
Hello,
fully
I'm John
decked out, like-
Goblicon.
yeah, he's a full like decked out like he's a goblin. Like the whole point is he's a goblin. And he's
Neil
just, like,
Bog is goblin spelled backwards.
and but for some reason he's like in a like a three-piece suit or whatever, or like a office uniform or things. And I'm kind of imagining that's what Screevy looks like.
Screevy.
Yeah. So the whole rest of the film is played straight. It just has a fucking goblin in it. Either that, or it's like secretly a vampire movie, and his name's like Screevy von Zarevich or something.
Screevy Racula.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Screevy
Escape from
Snob.
LA. Escape from New York, even.
No, we definitely don't want to go back to Escape from LA.
Well, I do, because I
Why?
don't want this to be a reboot. I want this to be a direct sequel to Escape from LA, where someone's kidnapped the president again just for kicks and they put him in New York again. But this time I want Wyatt Russell to play Snake Plissken and take over the role his dad made famous. That's what I want. It's like if they were going to do a sequel to The Thing, stick Wyatt Russell in it, do the role that his dad made famous.
Do you know what?
Wyatt Russell can just reboot everything the Kurt has ever been in.
Do you know what?
Big Trouble in London. Wyatt Russell's there.
Big Trouble in Little China. Hot take. It's not as good as people think it is.
Get out, Paul.
It's really
out.
not.
Get out.
I only know this. I only know the soundtrack because I saw John Carpenter play it live.
I really, really like that film.
Good.
I
remember loving it
is so
on VHS when I was a kid, and then I watched it again last year, and it really wasn't that good.
all the way through. He is not the hero. He's just there.
No, he's utterly shit.
Yeah, but
He's like a less competent Indiana Jones. Everything's going to happen regardless of whether he's there or not.
Well, I don't know. Like, he probably won't crash a plane.
Well, you know who will crash a plane?
Oh,
Segway. Oh, so I'm on it tonight. So, James Mangold, director of Logan, is currently in post-production on the new Indiana Jones movie. Indiana Jones 5. Because, you know...
Indiana Jones and we haven't told you what the title is yet.
Indiana Jones 4, because there wasn't a fourth Indiana Jones movie that I remember anyway.
Indiana Jones.
Are you
plane
having
of
memory
destruction.
seizures?
No, I'm just having selective memory because I don't want to remember that piece of shit. I mean, what fourth movie? So this new movie is set primarily in 1969 at the height of the
fine,
space race.
I kept the negative copies in the fridge, so they're fine.
Okay,
they're safe.
Oh, fuck. So, yeah, it's set 1969. There's a big rumor that it's going to involve the, Apollo 11 moon Nazis. Anyone? Moon Nazis? A little bit of Iron
What?
Sky going on there.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's just Iron Sky.
I know. I love that movie.
Did we talk about
Yeah,
that
Iron Sky's
recently?
fun.
Oh, we've always talked about Iron Sky.
Yeah.
So it is primarily set there with Old Man Indy. However, it's been revealed that the opening sequence of the movie, usually where he's running away from big
in
balls
Vietnam.
or something. It's actually going to be set in a Nazi castle in the 1940s.
Oh, okay.
Which means that 9,000-year-old Harrison Ford will have a trip to Disney's magic de-aging machine, trademark, for the sequence. So, yeah, I can't wait. As much as they can make him look younger, they can't make him act younger. So I want more of that old man pretending to be a young man run like Samuel L. Jackson had during Captain Marvel. Do you remember that? When he gets out and he's like... Captain Marvel!
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing was the little old man run.
Yeah.
We'll
I
be speaking
remember.
about old men running again later, actually. But yeah, so I want to see that. I do want to see that. Again, I know I talk about him a lot, but I do wish that Sean Connery was around for this movie. Because if you can de-age Harrison Ford, you could de-age Sean Connery. And I wonder what that would sound like.
Turn him back into a milkman.
What?
Yeah, who's a milk? De-age him back to the beginning of his
don't wanna
career
go back that far.
when he was a milkman and a wrestler.
I want something that we can riff off Pokemon.
Shawnee!
Hello!
And he drove the fastest milk float in the West.
Disney, hello, it's me, Sean Connery. I'm back from the dead. I want to be in Indiana Jones. So what can you do for me, please?
Well, we've got a role that's apparently a milkman that's a wrestler on the side.
Yes, okay. I can drop people with my milk float over DDT.
God. Just fucking... Like the whole the whole premise of the first 20 minutes of the Indiana Jones film is fucking Sean Connery as this milkman wrestler. Like he's a milkman with a luchador.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight Sean Connery.
He's a milkman with a luchador mask.
Yes.
And then
no one knows it's me though.
Yeah, in this fucking 1940s Nazi castle, and then the whole thing ends by explaining the reason that the fucking Harrison Ford is running weird is because he managed to crash the
He shit
float.
his pants, let's be honest.
Yeah. He crashed.
My son has no bladder control. He has no bowel control. But for some reason, he looks 40 years younger. I don't understand.
Oh yeah, no, because he. Yeah, okay.
Disney, put me through your magic de-aging machine, trademark, for this sequence, please. Disney? Hello? Mr. Disney, I'm talking to you as if I'm trying to set something fucking up.
I'm Walt Disney!
Hello, Walt Disney. It's me, Sean Connery.
It's my turn in the de-ager first.
Has anyone ever told you sound like Voldemort?
No.
How do you smell?
Better than
Rather
I
nice,
eat.
it's Paco Rabanne.
At this point, Walt Disney's just the head on a robot
Yeah,
body
it's like one of
because
the heads from Futurama.
Yeah.
So, what can you do for me then, Walt?
Follow me to the de-ager. Clang, clang, clang. Fucking it takes him 50. No, he's like the head's just on a robot body that's got fucking tank tracks or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Okay. Let me play my wrestling theme tune.
Hang on a minute. Indiana Jones, 60s Nazis.
Yes.
Of course the villain is going to turn out to be an unfrozen Walt Disney.
Of course. Because he was a Nazi.
It was.
He wasn't a terribly nice person
Mike,
in some
in the
respects, from according to legend. But
in
there you
the
go.
edit, playing that clip from Amara for me.
Fucking. God damn it. Wait. No. Go back a second. Sean Connery needs his.
I need my intro music because I'm a wrestler now. I'm bad to the bone.
That's all that we can. That's all that we can afford at the
I
moment.
wouldn't want to have it to your voice there for a moment, Walt.
I took a throat lozenge. It
You
only
should
works.
take some fucking more. Oh wait, I'm falling into the magic de-aging machine. Trademark.
don't have a sound effect for that.
It's okay. I'm back now. Yes. I've
You're Batman.
Yeah, yes. Waka 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 waka. I eat all your pellets.
Pac-Man.
Oh, I said Batman.
I'm Batman. Yes.
Fucking Indiana Jones versus Batman.
Sean Connery as Batman.
I must be dreaming.
That'd be a weird.
I'm Batman.
That would have been an interesting version of the Dark
Everyone
Knight
wouldn't know who it
Returns.
was. It's just like, who are you, man?
I'm Batman.
Let me introduce you to millionaire Bruce Wayne.
Hello, it's me, billionaire Bruce Wayne. I don't moonlight at night as a bat. What are you talking about? You fucking knobhead.
Who are you? I'm mad.
I'm Bill Batman.
Oh no. Like, so to the audience, his voice will sound exactly the same, but like in canon, they'll be like, "Well, no, they can't be the same guy." Why? Because clearly, like, Bruce Wayne's a Scottish man, and Batman's Spanish.
I am pasteurized.
he's
I am the
Egyptian.
pint. I am milkman.
Get in me float.
Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez. He's an Egyptian working for the Spanish,
Oh, there you go.
who sounds like a Scot for some reason.
He's also been a Russian.
And a bit Russian, yeah.
Welcome to the Rock.
Crazy Ivan.
Batman can't get anywhere because his main form of transport is
Miles
submarine.
On the fucking milk boat.
No, I was imagining the fucking the submarine from Hunt for Red October, but he's fitted like little wheels on it.
Is nobody else picturing the bat float right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the fucking Adam West thing was. Something turbines to speed. I forget the name. What it was now. Yeah.
Atomic batteries to power,
That's the one.
turbines to speed.
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. Come on, boy wonder, Harrison Ford.
Right,
Holy Nazis, Batman.
we're going to have to catch up with the Joker. Quick, Robin. You do the steering. No, not into that wall.
To the bat plane.
No wonder he needed Chewie.
I need Jason Todd.
Played by Shia LaBeouf.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh God.
That's the one where Joker turns out to be 5 aliens.
That's the one where we root for the Joker. Come on, let's club Jason Todd to death if he's played by Shia LaBeouf. Yes, everybody, join in. We'll all have fun. Come on. He ruined Indiana Jones. He's gonna ruin Batman now. Let's kill the fucker. Who's got the last laugh now, bitch? Right.
Quick, before he starts quoting footballers again.
Free kick. What?
That was the whole thing, like, you know,
What?
because
I don't remember the Joker ever.
This is supposed to be a sports ball free
Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies?
no, Shia LaBeouf did that whole thing. Like, when people were accusing him of, like, plagiarism and stuff and acting weird, like, he did this whole speech that turned out that he'd stolen from...
Do you remember when he came to
fucking-
Liverpool and he stood in fact and he could just go up and scream in his face and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that story?
Yeah, that was
So back
during
when he
that
was
whole
going
thing.
through his weird "I'm not a celebrity" thing, he came to Liverpool, went to Fact, which was, for anyone who doesn't know, like an art house cinema in Liverpool. Does play conventional movies, but plays a lot of art movies. It's where I saw Iron Sky, actually, funny enough, on a big screen. And yeah, he went there because they have like an art installation area, and he just stood there, and you could go in. He stood there 24 hours a day for like 3 days in a row, and you just go in and scream and shout in his face, call him a knobhead, call him whatever you wanted to do. You weren't allowed to punch him or anything like that, but you could just go in and scream whatever you wanted.
Now then.
No,
Can't slap him.
nah, sadly no. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was one of
that's
those,
the
like,
thing
fucking
that happened.
performance art things.
Speaking of other forms of art, let's take a trip through time with
Oh,
Paul.
that was a whole... that was...
I'll get a fucking segue properly one day, won't I?
No, you won't. Fucking Chaos Goblin. Activate.
Goblin is Nilpog backwards. Hello, I'm a Chaos Goblin.
My name is Screevy. Screevy. But it was Eric Cantona he was quoting. So there you go.
Ooh, ah, Cantona. Ooh, ah, Cantona. That's...
Next section.
Anyway, let's move on to the Doctor Who section, shall we, Paul?
diddly-dum, diddly-dum.
That's so fucking slow energy
Yeah.
compared to where we've just...
I need to.
We need a
the
new.
joke,
We
and I'm
need
going
a
to
new.
club your sidekick to death.
Doctor Who. I'll bring back the kazoo for next show.
Comics!
Okay. Oh, God, like
Doctor Who news for this week.
Dad! I'm not a woman.
Compose yourself.
Never!
So, God.
Hooray! I killed him all the last episode. I've killed Paul now. Hooray.
and I managed to kill you earlier. So.
Yes. Hello, I'm the new doctor now, Bats. Yes. And this is my sidekick, Harley Quinn. We're going to go through time. As I've got a fancy suit on. Yes, that's the thing. Yes. I regenerated with my purple suit because I did. And then
Do you want to know a funny joke, Bats? It was me. I killed your parents.
I killed Gallifrey, all of them. Fuck you, Master. I'm the biggest dickhead around now. Anyway, Paul. Doctor Who news.
Doctor Who news. So, according to that bastion of excellent journalism, The Mirror, an insider has said that adversaries like the Cybermen and the Daleks to get their own series.
Fuck.
Well, okay, we'll get to that. Showrunner Russell T Davies is pushing ahead with plans to expand the Whoniverse. Fuck that, not with that word.
Whoniverse.
With Marvel-style spin-offs coming after the BBC struck a deal with Disney Plus worth tens of millions last month for the international streaming rights to the show. A source said,
Fans can expect to see some Taurans.
You're supposed to ask for a voice there.
okay, sorry, I've got a quote here. So what?
Do boring middle-aged man voice. Exactly. He knocks it up. He hits it out the park. There we go.
Hey, that's my job.
To be the bored middle-aged man. Yeah, we know.
Oh well, okay, I'll take that.
And they're going to give you a machine gun because you're just firing all the shots today, mate.
You clearly stole Paul's shotgun from last time we were here.
A source said,
Fans can expect to see Suntarans, Weeping Angels and Sea Devils in separate series showing what they get up to when the Doctor isn't there to stop them.
okay, you know
what you sound like?
What?
You sound like, what? No, he sounds like, what's his, Imu does Alan Partridge, I forget his name.
Alan Partridge.
Yeah, Imu does Alan Partridge, I forget his name.
Steve Coogan.
Yeah, Steve Coogan.
Jimmy Cooper.
In the day-to-day when he's the security guard at the swimming pool.
In 1974, no one died. In 1975, no one died. In 1976, no one died. In 1977, someone died. In 1978, no one died.
I love that bit. That's what you sound like, though.
Okay, well, yeah, fair enough. Firstly, I mean, this wasn't exactly new news. The Mirror are running it as if it's a new thing, but
they've been saying it for like
they've been saying it
1963.
since Russell T Davies basically came back. And I mean, to be fair, it seems quite likely because let's face it. And I'll cover this again in a second, but Rusty had basically given us so much content when he would. So he brought the show back, then he spun it off again. Yeah. So we'll cover that. But
Spinning things off all over the place.
Yeah.
But this whole description of expecting to see these angels in separate shows showing what they get up to when the Doctor isn't there to stop them. I've got this mental image of an intergalactic version of Neighbours, where all these Doctor Who aliens live next door to each other, hang out in the same coffee shop, and shit themselves every time someone mentions a police box.
I have some sugar.
The Centauran Empire do not give out sugar, especially not to Daleks.
I'm trying to make biscuits.
As long as you give the Centauran Empire some biscuits once you're done, then we will happily trade you some sugar. Sontaha!
Good hell. I before we move on to something else though. Paul, at what point did you get so familiar with Russell T Davies that you can call him Rusty now?
Rusty.
Everybody calls him Rusty.
Oh, Rusty.
Rusty.
Yeah, I left him out in the rain for too long.
No, I thought
He's supposed to live in the shed, but you leave him out in the rain, and your dad has a go at you.
No, I've heard Rusty for him. I thought you said Russie. No. And I was like, fucking. You clearly need to learn
stood there in
something.
Rothlock right now going, oil.
Seriously though, is there?
I have oil! The Centauran Empire will give you oil in return for cookies!
Is there a spin-off that you would like to see?
The Centauran Empire go to the shops and buy things to trade with puny aliens.
Yeah, I think
who are far below us.
Well, the less said about
this is how the Rutan War began, as they would not give us milk.
The less
Sean Connery had hoarded it all.
No, it's because it's basically like Neighbours instead of the Rutan War. It's the Luton War. Like they just go to war with
It's
Luton.
just in Luton.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Nah, Luton Airport.
Well, my first thought was clearly like they've got to be, because everyone's would be expecting like it to follow the standard kind of Doctor Who-ish kind of plots, right?
Yeah.
So they've got to subvert expectations. So the first mini-series they put out is like Cybermen, but it's all about like a group of like 30 to 40-year-old men who are really addicted to cybersex online. Like that's the whole premise.
Excellent.
Like that it's only like tangentially. It's like one of those weird meta things where it's just like, oh, they all turn out to be Doctor Who fans. Like it's just
show me your female to male port. Oh yeah.
No, they're not even Cybermen. They're just like fucking like it's
hello USB.
It's just a show about some weird incels.
Scott Socket, you kinky bitch.
When you're editing, you've got to put yourself in on that bit.
Maybe I will. Oh god. And relax.
I'm still stuck on the idea of like the fucking 1950s like household comedy thing starring the Daleks, where it's just like
Don't do it again. I can't do another one.
Hello, honey, I'm home.
To be fair, that's been done.
I hope you've put the kettle on because my boss is coming for dinner. But honey, we only have 2 steaks, one for you, one for me. Well, you better find out what's in the cupboard, as the boss will be here any minute. How did he knock? He doesn't have any hands. He's only got a plunger and a whisk. I don't fucking know. Why don't you answer the door? Okay. Hello, it is me, Mr. Boss from the Dalek Factory. I've come for my dinner.
Factory.
Hello, Mr. Boss.
No, surely the boss turning up would be Davros.
Ah, it is me, Mr. Boss from the Boss Factory. I have come for my dinner. Do you like spaghetti? Would you like some tea? I made bolognese. I only eat foods I can eat with one hand.
I think it's because of the mask. Look, you got nothing up here and you're just going for it. It's so fucking funny.
Fair enough.
We can either have soup or something I can eat with a chopstick.
With
Num num num.
just a single chopstick. Imagine.
Most delicious.
Like,
Somebody segue me out of this. I can't do another one.
It's a promotion for you, Mr. John Dalek. I will see you in my office on a Monday morning. I will wear my best tie. I'm so happy for you, darling. Let us go upstairs and make sweet, sweet Dalek love. Feel my bumps. You're a fairy beam looking.
no, like I was more like thinking of the like just the Daleks just getting into those.
Let's get kinky today. My vision is impaired. I cannot see.
I was thinking more like,
Little Timmy is going to school. Mummy, Daddy, what are you doing? Go to bed, Johnny.
fuck me.
You'll find out when you're old enough for your own casings.
Do you have any more news? Because otherwise the rest of the podcast is just going to be Daleks yelling weird shit to each other.
No, it was basically that. I mean, I could have given us a sort of a potted history of Doctor Who spin-offs, but I genuinely didn't see what direction that was going to go in.
Never did I. My vision is impaired. I cannot see it.
Did you have any like specific spin-offs you want on a more serious
note?
On
a more serious note, there is one I would have liked to have seen in the past, because you couldn't really do it now, but Doctor Who magazine, or Doctor Who Weekly,
face person,
the original comic back in the late 70s and early 80s, did a spin-off called Absalom Dark, Dalek Killer.
Yeah, Dalek Killer.
And he's in continuity now. They had an image of him show up in one of the Capaldi episodes.
Yeah, he's got a chainsaw sword, hasn't he?
Yeah, a chain sword.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a fucking space marine.
He looks a bit like
he's a criminal. He's a criminal who is sentenced to decay, Dalek killing. He's basically thrown into a portal to a Dalek planet and basically told, right, your job is to survive as long as possible on this planet, killing Daleks. Usually the time is like 5 minutes.
That sounds pretty good. Although now all I can picture is like, I'm here to kill you.
No, I'm making cookies. Get behind me, honey. Take Timmy upstairs. I thought my name was Johnny. Whatever, it doesn't matter, just go. Dad, run away.
It would have been a great concept for a big budget Hollywood movie, and I thought a young Nicolas Cage as Absalom Dark would have been really good. Because you need something that batshit crazy to play somebody as batshit crazy.
I'm a Dalek killer. I'm a Dalek killer. I'm a Dalek killer. I'm a Dalek killer.
Absalom Dark's signature phrase was, "I'm going to kill every damn stinking Dalek in the galaxy."
Hey Dalek, have you ever heard the Elton John song "Rocket Man"?
Wouldn't that basically
Rocket Man?
At this point, wouldn't that just be like the weird Five Nights at Freddy's movie he was in, but just it'd have Daleks in instead?
Sure, let's say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
I'll just say yeah. Moving on.
Have neither of you seen?
No. Yeah, it's on my list. It's on
Right.
my list. Yeah. I think Josh has got it. I'll watch it at some point.
Fair enough.
Any other news, Paul, or is
No, that was what we went with.
Okay, well, let's try and work out where the hell we go from here with some TV news.
Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Tremble at the might of the TV section.
Where do we go from here?
Well, we're going to Channel 4. Because...
just like this show did.
Yeah, yes. we're so, Channel 4, obviously, they bought the rights to Taskmaster a couple of years ago now. Anyone watch Taskmaster?
Yeah, you know what?
When James
it was actually our lockdown TV show.
I've been watching that since episode 1 back on Dave.
We managed to catch...
No way!
Yeah,
Bring back a fucking reference that you keep yelling at me.
Have you played that to me yet?
No.
But we started pretty much at the beginning of lockdown and managed to get through and catch up around about
it's
Series 11.
It's always repeated. Yeah. But anyway, Taskmaster Channel 4 are doing a New Year's special, as they did last year. It's called Taskmaster's New Year's Treat. And it's going to pit 5 more famous faces against Taskmaster Greg Davies and his assistant Lily in a one-off special. Tapped to wrap their heads around the challenges ahead this time are comedian, host and journalist Amelia de Moldenberg. I've never heard of her, but apparently she created Chicken Shop Date, whatever that is. TV host Carol Vorderman. Presenter and writer Greg James. I know who he is. Four-time Olympic champion Mo Farah. Never heard of him. Don't know who that is. I haven't got a fucking clue. And Mercury Music Prize and Brit Award nominated pop star Rebecca Lucy Taylor, a.k.a. Self-Esteem.
Why did...
given the reaction in the room, no one else has fucking heard of it either.
I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing what Mo Farah is like.
I just want to see what Carol Vorderman's doing.
I was more mystified why you did a ballerina pose at the end of
Mo
that.
Farah? That was the Mobot. The Mo.
Oh, okay.
Did you not know that's what he does when he wins his races and when he became a footballer for 5 minutes?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
What I found whenever they announce a new
look like
cast
the type
for a series or a special
It's just
on
the one.
Taskmaster, you'll go through and it's like that you've got expectations of certain people, and Carol Vorderman, your expectation is she's really smart, so
she'll be wearing a tight top and tight jeans.
So it's like on the current season where when they announced Dara O'Brien, they thought he's a really smart guy. He'll do fantastically well. Whereas what? What did you miss here this time?
I didn't. That's his catchphrase on the show right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah, but Sarah Millican, you're expecting her to be of type and really ditzy, but it turns out she's been doing fantastically well at it as well. So
I can't stand Sarah Millican. I know. Friend of the show, Toby Haydock, is friends with her, but I really don't like that woman at all. She just grates on me. I don't know, maybe it's just the way that she's just got that voice that just does always like that. No way! No, so she's like, oh, wait, no, man, get up that tree. So I don't know what it is that she just grates on me. I'm not saying that all Geordie women, by all means. I'm just saying her specifically, she grates on me.
You don't have to, I don't have to defend her. I'll just play the clip and then you'll, at some point, if she's offended, you'll just find your door kicked in.
No way!
Yeah, that's...
She won't know where I live.
But I do.
Then I know who to blame.
Fair point.
Yes, there we go. Taskmaster, it does that thing where generally you'll know 90% of the people, and then there'll be one person, an up-and-coming comedian who they'll throw on. Yeah, I get it. But, I haven't got a fucking clue who two of these are. Anyway, did you ever see... I think it's only on YouTube, but there is a one-off official Taskmaster episode where it has a bunch of TV executives.
No.
Did you ever?
Don't know.
Check it out if you ever go on. I think it's on the official Taskmaster YouTube. Basically, it was at a TV conference thing a little while back. They got the head of Channel 4 and the head of Sky. Basically, all the people they pitched the show to originally. Who passed on it, and then the head of Dave who commissioned it, and they put them all in the Taskmaster house and made them do 3 or 4 challenges each. And it's really, really funny seeing these people who aren't comedians, who aren't famous in any way, shape or form, but have got a massive amount of power in the television industry, watching them do it. It's great. And then conversely, if you ever get a chance, look up the episode of Taskmaster that some Australian fella filmed in his house with his mum and his dad and his brother. It's fucking amazing.
That sounds awesome.
It's literally just this Australian fella going, so, in this task, we're going to see how we can get from that side of the living room over into the garden without standing on the floor.
Go.
And we'll find out after this advert break. Welcome back. Now, Mum's going to get across from the living room to the garden. And just cuts to his mum just going, don't know how to do this. Guess I'm going to stand on the couch. No, that won't work. And it's literally just like that. But some fella made Taskmaster in his house.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. It's awful, but it's amazing.
The thing if you're not familiar with Taskmaster, it's got an amazing following, and it's got 2 podcasts.
I've got the board game.
You got the board game, yeah. And they've done books. Channel 4 are missing a trick by not airing Taskmaster New Zealand. I've heard so many good things about Taskmaster New Zealand. They keep referring to
today's task.
Take
the ring to Mordor.
There's a German one which is like Taskmaster or something like that, which is literally as angry as it sounds. Yeah, it's crazy.
You need to get here from. You need to get to the other side of this room. But the floor, das ist verboten!
I was about to do one that I probably shouldn't do, considering the fucking theme of the episode so far. But I won't say one that the German Taskmaster would have done. But I think you're probably all thinking it now. Anyway, we're going to move on to another...
Sorry, I was going to say, what about Dalek Master?
This episode, my assistant, Little Dalek Horn.
Because of course Davros would be the Taskmaster.
Yes, he would.
Of course he would.
Dalek Master. Then you've got you've got. So the 5 contestants are basically Anthony Ainley, Roger Delgado, John Sim.
No, that's just Taskmasters.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like an actual in-universe thing. So it'd be like Davros being like, right, this is the task, and then just,
I don't know how to approach this. I can't hold things. I have no hands. Let me put all the instructions are on the task.
Oh, God. You just shout over each other there. Jesus Christ. That's be fun in there.
I started first. He spoke over me.
I know. Anyway, let's move on to... Well, I've got one more piece that isn't technically TV news.
Doug!
It's not technically TV news, but I've got nowhere else to put it. So we will start this section...
That was deliberate.
Where's my cup of tea, Doug?
it was deliberate, yeah.
Congratulations to Ash Ketchum on finally becoming Pokemon World Champion in the anime.
Oh yeah, we mentioned this a little bit last week, didn't we?
Yeah, well, my only segue, shut up. It took him 25 years, that somehow lasted 1 year in the anime. He's still 10 years old, and yet I worked out how many battles he would have had to complete in order to get to Pokemon Champion, and he needs to complete like 250 battles to get where he is right now in all the competitions and
They
stuff.
did one a day.
Well, basically, yeah, but he's also got to have other adventures throughout the way, so it makes no sense. The timeline just will not work. You know what it's like in Pokemon? It's like they leave a city, they spend about 7 episodes in a forest, just walking to the next one.
A Japanese anime show that doesn't make sense of its own timeline.
I know.
It's unheard of.
But anyway, this talk
I'm
of the
shocked.
Pokemon anime is enough to get me through to talking about the new game that came out this last week, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And, well, it's absolutely fucked. Basically, it's riddled with bugs, performance issues, visual issues, which resulted in some things such as players being able to ride invisible Pokemon. I seen one video which was a bunch of Jigglypuff that just flew off into the sky, never to be seen again. New players are also now able to duplicate Pokemon. If they catch one, quit out of the game, load back in, the Pokemon is right back there and then with the same stats and everything. So that means if you find a shiny and catch it, you can just duplicate infinite shinies. The game is just completely broken. Granted, I'm sure Nintendo are going to patch this out. But people have been asking for refunds from the Nintendo eShop. And Nintendo, who are notoriously stingy when it comes to that kind of thing, have been granting refunds.
The Wii shop?
The eShop.
Right.
Yeah, Nintendo's eShop.
Yeah.
It looks like, John Nintendo is being held responsible for all the bad things in the world right now.
It's COVID. It's his fault.
I'm John Nintendo, and COVID is not my fault. Even though we're in Japan and China is next to Japan and it came from Wuhan province, doesn't mean that I, John Nintendo, are responsible for everything.
And it's your fault that Elon Musk just bought Twitter.
Well, just because Nintendo didn't buy Twitter, by Nintendo I mean me, John Nintendo. Just because we're responsible for the commercial failures of the Virtual Boy and the 64DD, the disc add-on for the Nintendo 6. Are you okay there, dog? Are you interrupting my press conference as me, Mr. John Nintendo? To break things and dribble all over yourself like a gibbering buffoon?
That's a big bra.
Well, we at John Nintendo, by which I mean me, John Nintendo, have a monstrous bosom.
Did it like the whole thing is like this guy's just he's got nothing he's not related to Nintendo gaming at all.
I'm John Nintendo, by which I mean I invented the game Nintendo.
You're definitely responsible for the Russian invasion of the Ukraine.
No,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
responsible for the Super Luigi brothers and the Pokemon and the Donkey Skank. All of the Nintendos.
Did you not learn anything from CD Projekt Red?
No, G24, that was my game, the one with the cars that fly and the Legends of Zondas and the ice rinks and what have you, whatever the guy's called, the green fellow, Tom Cruise, that's the one.
Greenfellow.
Yes, he was in that movie. What? John Nintendo. That's my name.
What about the Star Wars sequel trilogy? That was your fault.
No, it's not my fucking fault. No, don't blame me.
You took my sugar!
No.
John Nintendo is not a Santaran. This press conference is over. Nintendo ha!
And he gets beaten up by Segata Sanshiro.
The Chris Pratt comes along, just kicks him in the shin
Yeah.
over and over again. Right.
Sega!
What? Oh, right, okay. I thought that was supposed to be Chris Pratt then.
Hello, I am Chris Pratt. This is the Lego Movie. I'm Chris Pratt. I love fighting. Everything is awesome.
Apparently. So anyway, everything got a bit weird there. So let's take things to other weird
That's
places.
like a movie after it's been put in a microwave and melted for a bit.
So as I was saying, everything got weird there. So let's take things to other weird places with the Any Other Business section.
Any other business?
I like that I've kind of hidden the stories from you now, which is nice. So the first Any Other Business story I've got this time is that Christmas #1 is fast approaching, as we all know, and every year for the last few years it's been taken by the lad baby and his sausage rolls. Well, this year the fight for Christmas #1 just got foxy and puppety, as the children's TV veteran Basil Brush of Boom Boom fame, not Boom 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 Boom, that's the Wenger brothers.
The Wenger Boys. The Wenger Boys.
The Wenger Boys, that's the one, yeah. He's thrown his cravat into the ring and is in a fight to the top of the festive charts by releasing his single, Boom Boom, It's Christmas Again. The video for this nostalgia-heavy Christmas single sees Basil Brush go full Time Lord, riding a time-travelling sleigh through the years to reunite with a host of familiar faces of the world of children entertainers from the 60s to current day. So, as well as 90s nightmare fuel known as Mr. Blobby, there are also appearances from Rainbow Trio, Bungle, George and Zippy, Trey Guard from Nightmare, Nasty, Evil Edna from Will o' the Wisp, and Muffin the Mule, who even predates Basil. CB... What's that? Well, I don't think he's on there
let's
somehow.
not go there.
Somehow. But CBBC's Hacker the Dog and Oucho the Cactus also appear. I don't know who they
Ocho.
are.
Oh, I love Hacker.
It says Oucho there.
I love Hacker the Dog's
I thought it
fucking
was
brilliant.
Ocho.
Like,
Hacker the dog who talks like this.
yeah.
Yeah, I've met him as well.
We're not like them. We're just normal men.
What?
We're just innocent men.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
You know, Mr. Blobby used to be close mates with Nicholas Briggs. Seriously?
What?
Voice
Is
of
it
the Daleks.
actual Mr.
Right,
Blobby?
So,
Like,
Mr.
Paul,
Blobby,
I don't know whether to break this to
true
you.
story. Mr.
Mr. Blobby isn't real.
Please call me Blobby. Mr. Blobby was my
Mr.
father.
Blobby was played by a guy called Barry Killerby.
Oh, we're just breaking kayfabe now, Paul.
On
Jesus.
Noel's House Party.
Unbelievable.
Barry Killerby was an actor who was in the Nicholas Briggs audiovisuals Doctor Who plays as a recurring villain.
Master Blobby.
Yeah. The character is called Cuthbert, who they rebooted as, with David Warner in the Fourth Doctor stuff for Big Finish.
Okay.
So yeah, Barry Killerby.
All right. Well, this isn't the first time that Basil Brush has tried Finder Christmas #1. Back in 2003, he released Boom Boom Christmas Slide, which reached number 44 in the charts.
I'm sensing a theme.
Well, he's got range because apparently, alongside rapping in Christmas Slide, he also released the punk and rock inspired video "I'm Gonna Dream This Christmas" that is 1979, last Christmas, with proceeds going to the Shooting Star Children's Hospice. Doesn't actually say where that got to in the charts, but didn't win, obviously.
No, I didn't hear about that last year. Like, the one that I remember from last year was obviously that fucking lad baby thing.
Yeah,
and then that was being competed against by Cunt and the Gang, who released their single "Boris Johnson is Still a Cunt."
Fair dues. Well, that's so. If anyone wants to, buy a single in the race for Christmas #1, then Basil Brush. Basil Brush. That fox who's a puppy, by his song. Anyway,
It's a puppet!
wrong one. Okay, moving on to the next story now. This, that previous one was from Den of Geek, by the way. This one is from UPI.com. A Texas woman has pleaded guilty to smuggling a spider monkey in a box that she was claiming that she was carrying beer. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement officials said this on Sunday that Savannah Nicole Valdez, age 20, was arrested on March 21st. So this was announced a while ago, but the news story is only from recent. So arrested on March 21st when she tried to enter the United States through the Gateway International Bridge in Brownsville, Texas, with the primate. Eagle-eyed officers at the border spotted a wooden box with holes inside her car, which she claimed contained beer that she bought in Mexico. Officers opened the box and found a live spider monkey inside and directed her to pull over for a secondary inspection. Valdez refused and sped off, running a traffic light and nearly colliding with officers and vehicles. Investigators later found online ads for the sale of a spider monkey with her phone number listed. Valdez turned himself into law enforcement on March 28th with pleaded guilty to smuggling wildlife. She had her court date on November 2nd, which is why it's only just come up now. The monkey was taken to an animal shelter in Florida where it is living safely, apparently. She's scheduled to be sentenced in January of 2023 and faces up to 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine if convicted. So,
Law enforcement were quoted as saying, fucking hell, it wasn't drugs.
For a change, yeah. I want to see the
drugs were up the monkey's ass.
I want to see a version of the movie We're the Millers, with thousands of monkeys inside the caravan. That's what I want.
I want to see the new Breaking Bad show where it's all about smuggling monkeys now.
Smuggling monkeys sounds like a hell of a euphemism. Oh,
Yeah.
gotta go, Lou. I'm smuggling monkeys.
I am the one who ooks.
Jesus.
He's not in the show.
No. Well, last episode we talked about the Essex and Somerset Gimp men. Move over, Gimps.
Gimp War.
The Sax Man is in town. Yes, that's right. This
Number
is from
15,
stuff.co.nz. In Canterbury, New Zealand, a crooner is on the loose. A mysterious wannabe saxophonist luring swooning residents to their open windows. Like a Pied Piper, the mysterious
Do the
musician...
voice.
Okay, you want me to do this one as Jones? Okay.
I was expecting you to do the monkey one in it. I'm not going to lie.
It is quite a long article, but okay, if that's what you want.
Go. Like the whole article or just quotes?
And normally I just do quotes, and there are quotes on this article, so...
keep-
I'll do the quotes. Okay.
Do the quotes.
So, like a Pied Piper, the mysterious musician has been drawing in a fan club as he learns the timeless George Michael romantic classic, Careless Whisper, leading one woman to attempt to unmask...
That's precisely... I was about to make the joke. Oh, did he play Careless Whisper? He actually fucking did.
Yeah. Lauren Gibbs first heard the saxophone while she was out in her garden. At first, it was just scales, but everything changed when she was at her kitchen sink. With gestational diabetes and suffering both of this story took a turn. Suffering.
Didn't you read it beforehand?
Yeah, but skimmed it. Gastro illness in the final trimester of a pregnancy, Gibbs had been feeling utterly miserable. Okay, but then fucking hell, someplace in New Zealand, then the Kayapoi, is that right? Something like that. Mother of one heard the first hesitant note of a tune that was unmistakable to her ears, having always been a favourite.
That's a bit more trumpet than saxophone.
I'm Louis Armstrong of New Zealand. I see trees of green, red roses too. I'm gonna sleep past some nuns in the kitchen too. And I think to myself, those dishes could do with another one. Diabetes.
Thank you for another clip. Okay, as George Michael's Careless Whisper progressed, Gibbs' mood lifted, leading her to thank the unwitting serenader on a community social media page. To the saxophone player in the Beech Grove subdivision, she typed, "You've made my..." Mara's gone already. "You've made my day today. Hearing you practice that song made me smile." Gibbs went on to urge the musician to keep going, adding, "And when you've mastered the song, please feel free to come to our window and serenade my family." Wanting to find out who was behind the notes, Stuff investigated and found an unlikely source was just one street away. A young tradie I presume he's like a trader.
Tradesman.
Tradesman, yeah. Better known for picking up tools than a musical instrument. Yet, Ethan Hayes, 21, decided to purchase a saxophone 3 months ago as a hobby and has been learning ever since. Although it's fair to say not all of his flatmates find his efforts as amusing as Gibbs does. He had only just begun to learn the famous 80s hit when his family gave him a ribbing about Gibbs' social media post at a recent gathering. And I was like, how the hell did you know about it? Yeah, because they both got the same voice. These people, they both sound like... Everyone in New Zealand sounds like Chills. Yeah.
Yeah.
You must take the ring to Mordor.
Including our mates Shane and Rosie.
Yeah, Shane and Rosie, yeah. Hello, it's me, Shane. I play board games and like Doctor Who. It makes no sense if you don't know who's Shane.
You need to clip that out so I can just send that to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea who Shane is.
Well, he's from New Zealand. He likes board games and Doctor Who. Despite being teased by his workmates, Haynes was happy his playing had been acknowledged. He offered to pelt out the tune publicly in tradie gear once he'd accomplished it completely. Once I've got it down, I'll open up my window and stand on top of the roof. It might be a Christmas Day treat.
God.
And finally, final news I've got this week. This week is from Yahoo News. I mean, there's really nothing to this story other than to say that a 68-year-old man from Fresno stole $200 from a bank on Tuesday. He then went on the run, escaping on his Zimmer frame. Officers, with the help of a bank tracker in the bag and his slow movement, were able to catch up with the criminal little over 150 yards away from the bank.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's slowly getting away, Chief. Or as I called this article, gone in 60 minutes. So,
See, Harrison Ford could play that guy.
yes.
That'd be amazing.
If Sean Connery was still alive, he'd play that role.
Yes, it'd be like, you know when they made a TV show out of the Hatton Garden jewelry heist? This is me stealing money from a bank in Fresno.
No, because if it was Sean Connery, he'd have got away faster because he'd be on his skateboard.
I'd got away from it if it weren't for you meddling kids. Kickflip! Yahoo, my dudes! Yahoo News.
And then after they arrest him, they put him in jail on the Rock.
Well, yeah, but he break out, Paul.
Break
it's
out,
the worst
that's
place
true.
to put him, you know this. Fuck's sake. He gets out, he gets a haircut, he tries to find his daughter, and he leaves her a load of money, and he gives Nicolas Cage the Zapruder footage, the proper one, that shows who really killed Kennedy.
No,
you know
but
this.
that's why, like, it that happened last time, so this time they've got to go a level deeper, and they put him on the Rock.
With
but
the
then,
Rock.
Yes.
Dwayne Johnson and
Dwayne
Sean Connery.
Dwayne Johnson is his...
And Don Johnson's there as well. Just because.
Why not?
Why not? Because, you know, everyone needs
The
a
Rock
army fight
and
team
the
up.
Pebble.
The Pebble! Oh, God.
What do they call me? Fucking rock hard, that's what.
The slab!
I must be dreaming. Pussy galore. Yes.
That's very well. Oh, jeez.
The slab.
Right, well, that's all I've got for this episode, which is where we now turn it over to you guys with the section that we called Beyond the 50-Foot Nerds.
We're all out of news and topics for discussion. The show is spiraling out of control, and the audience are now in
Really, it's
charge.
spiraling out of control.
You're beyond the 50-Foot Nerds.
No, in my head, I was reimagining that and just hearing, the show is spiraling out of control.
Shall I fucking re-record it?
Yes.
We're beyond the 50-foot nerds.
Oh, you wanted me to do it with the Chills voice, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Maybe I will.
Like, we don't... This... If we keep going with this reference, we're going to end up just calling the fucking show Attack of the 50-Foot Chills.
Maybe we should. Maybe that's the name of this episode. Attack of the 50-Foot Chills. God. Right, okay.
Number
so
15.
this is where we...
Dalek cookie.
In this clip, a Dalek has invited his boss over for dinner, only for Centaurans to turn up demanding cookies.
You've got to do it as a spin-off play.
Well, speaking of we'll get to spin-off plays in a moment, sir. We'll get there soon. But in the meantime, yes, this is the Q&A section. If you have Qs, we will A them. Any questions that you've got, let us know. We'll answer them. Doug, you usually got a few, so why don't you start us off?
I think I've had a Daleks out of me. I swear to God, I can't think straight. I've got a headache. It's
Do you have a question?
It's all your fault. You bitch, you wait for me to take a fucking drink before.
Yeah,
Don't think I don't know it either.
Yeah, I did. I did that deliberately.
That's the new running gag on the show. People are choking on drinks. I
I've not-
died off a cup of tea last month. But you know which way is my cup of tea?
To be fair, I've not actually put any questions down at all, but I've got to say, tonight's episode, amazing. Why the fuck have we never heard your Joker before? You've never done that here before. That is fucking spot on. I
mean,
love that.
It's a while since we've done
to be
anything
fair,
Joker related.
Yeah, well, Kevin Conroy's
Dude,
dead now, so
I
it's
think-
going to make it a little bit more difficult.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure the last time the last major time I remember us doing the Joker voice was it was the thing where like there was the four Samuel L. Jacksons as the fucking security guards at Disney.
Disney's ruining mad actors.
And then and it was like and fucking Stan Lee running through. And
Yeah,
he
that
gets to the,
was when there was the Harry Potter.
the
movie
Harry
and
Potter
stuff, yeah.
sequel
Yeah.
about like Harry getting divorced.
Yeah,
but
and having an
Luna's
affair with
but then
Hermione and
Luna's
stuff,
like,
yeah.
I still look
None of
like
this
a
will make any
lion.
sense to anyone who hasn't listened to that episode. But we had to record that twice because we
Yes,
lost the
we did.
audio. But still, I don't care.
That was one of the episodes when Paul wasn't there.
Yes, yeah, it was a rare Paulus early episode. That, yeah. But yeah,
Paul's here every... Oh, sorry.
What?
I was on about the other Paul.
Oh,
Paul's here all the time.
yeah. So,
He
yeah,
wasn't
that's why you've
born.
never heard me Joker voice because we've had no Joker news to do, or no Mark Hamill news, nothing.
Amazing. Love it. Love that.
Well, maybe you'll hear more.
Terry McGinnis starring as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We have a new audience.
Don't we have something to give away this month? Did you bring it?
Yeah, I've got a fucking...
So we do actually have a prize to give away for the
Yeah.
best question.
Yes.
It's the book Stuff They Don't Want You to Know by
Yeah.
Ben Boland.
From
You keep
the-
moving it around so I can't read.
Yeah, no, I was going to fucking talk about it.
All right, talk about it then.
Yeah.
Go.
So basically, one of the podcasts that I'm a fan of, and I've mentioned on this show when I had tried to explain where came from. Yeah, the quote noise. I took it from the podcast Stuff They Don't Want You to Know, and they always talk about like conspiracies and stuff. And I figured it made sense for like the Any Other Business section. And
So the long and short of it, we got
cool.
their book to give away.
yeah, I bought it. So they're not sponsoring the show. I literally bought 2 copies because I was like, I'll have one, and then we'll give the other away.
And I'll have the baby sham. Yeah. So
So yeah,
So yeah, if you've got questions, then submit them now because you could be walking away with a snazzy book. Someone submit a question. Come on, it's been a while since we've had a Q&A question.
Kaylee's so shy. He's really... She's so shy.
Anything geeky that you want to know. Who would win in a fight? Which is better? Where's me sock? I don't know. Any kind of any question that you want. Have anyone played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Not yet. I'm hoping that I may be getting it for Christmas though. So
Do we think that all the problems that they've had and everything because people are buying the hard copy and they're getting downloaded it?
no, I think these copies are happening with the physical. These problems happen with the physical copies as well. I think it's purely because the gaming culture has got to the point now where it's like they announce a launch date and it has to be fucking ready.
Yeah,
worldwide release same day. It's not like the old days back on like the SNES and all that kind of stuff where they could put a game out in Japan and then it would take maybe 6 months to a year before it come out to the West. By which point they could fix a lot of the problems. They could even texture and reskin some various things. I remember back when I bought Mario 3 because I'm old. I bought Mario 3 on the NES. I distinctly remember buying it from Curry's round the corner from my house when I was a kid. And yellow box on the shelf and everything. Vivid memories of it. And when you look at a Japanese version of Mario 3 and you look at certain things in the Western version of Mario 3, there's massive changes in terms of like enemy difficulty and like even just backgrounds and stuff like that. There's big changes. And we don't have that nowadays. They can't make a game, work out what went wrong with it, and fix it. Now everything is fixed with a day one patch.
Yeah.
Every game launches with a day one. I want to be. I miss the old days where I could just get my cartridge, put it in my machine, press play. Whereas nowadays, I've got to buy a disc, and I'm like, yeah, I've just come home from the shop, I've got my brand new game, can't wait to play it in a week.
12 hours to install, then another 12 hours for a fucking day one patch.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, make an appointment back here tomorrow.
Joe reminds me of back when I used to have like my Spectrum and my Commodore 64. I'd put my tape in and I'd leave it.
Yeah, go and have your tea. Go and have your tea. Do your own work.
Come back in 2 hours and it crashed.
You know, back and he's still on work. Start again. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, this is why earlier when we were doing the thing and John Nintendo showed up for a bit to talk about it.
I'm John Nintendo.
Yeah. That's why I made the CD Projekt Red reference, because obviously they had that problem with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like because of a combination of people being like, no, you've pushed it back too many times. It needs to be out now. And then their fucking QA testers outright lying to them about whether there were bugs or not, and all this sort of shit.
Thing is, I think there's a lot of situations where these QA departments are being, disbanded.
Yeah.
Didn't Sony
that happened to my cousin. My cousin worked at
Your cousin was disbanded?
Yeah, he used to work at Sony Liverpool
Yeah, I
Studios.
knew a guy who worked there as well.
I used to work there years and years ago. Yeah. Very, very briefly, but yeah. And he worked there for the longest time in QA. My cousin Chris, he's been on the show. And, yeah. And he was let go. He was saying the crunch that they have is ridiculous. Like I remember when GTA 5 was coming out, they sent copies to Sony Studio Liverpool to play test because they just did not have enough time for QA themselves. Rockstar or whatever they call themselves these days. So they sent, and literally Chris would be there just playing the game, not playing it like we do, where you just crash cars around and drive into people and everything like that. He would literally have his character walking up against walls just to see if they fell through at any point. That's what QA testers do. They're most boring shit.
No, that's what my old bandmate Scott used to do that for a games company.
Yeah. But you think of how big GTA 5 is, and you've got to do that against every wall in that game.
Yeah, you've got to.
It's going to take time. And that's not counting the myriad of other things that you've got to go through in the game as well.
But compare what making a game now is like to what it was like when I was a kid. When you basically had a 16-year-old create something on his ZX Spectrum 48K and literally make thousands of pounds out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitmap Brothers and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys.
Yeah. I'd say game studios these days are there's too much pressure on them. Back when I worked at Sony, I played a demo for a game that no one will ever get to play, and I loved it, even though it was literally just one section. It had fantastic water physics. It was basically a game kind of like the Poseidon Adventure. There was this big giant. I think I can tell this story.
Yeah.
It's been a long time anyway. So you're on this big massive ocean liner, and They played a video beforehand, which was basically clips from the Poseidon Adventure mixed in with other movies like Resident Evil and Jurassic Park and shit like that. It's basically it was a sizzle reel to get the feel of the game. And so you're on this big ocean liner, and to basically help pay for the cost, parts like levels on the boat had been hired out to experimentation labs, basically science labs.
Because that always works out well.
And then there's obviously a big ocean wave. Ship gets tipped upside down, and the ship is starting to sink. So that's why they were playing in clips from the Poseidon Adventure, both the original and the remake. So I remember seeing Fergie in the clips that they showed. It was well funny from the Black Eyed Peas, not the royal family. And I'd say the things in the labs, the science experiments, they got loose, and the monsters are running around the ship, which is why they're playing in clips from Jurassic Park and people getting yanked out and stuff, and monsters from Resident Evil and whatever. And I say the only section that I got to play was basically in this big ballroom. The entire floor is flooded. And the water was amazing. The lighting effects on the water were great. Every time
so,
you
like
walk
the whole room itself is upside down as well.
Yeah, all the tables are bolted to the ceiling, but all the floor, the chairs are like floating in the floor and stuff like that.
That sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah, and as you're walking through, there's ripples going into the water, and the water's flowing off in various directions and everything. I mean, that's they would go now for games these days.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was fantastic. And the stuff that they showed us, the other clips of various parts of the games that they worked on, they looked absolutely amazing. But Sony never went ahead. They never said, we're going to publish this. Therefore, the game never, ever happened. And no one else will ever get to see the kind of stuff that I saw that day in that meeting room. It's amazing. And some of the other stuff as well. It's like like I've made a joke of this 1,000 times. One of the first jobs I had when I worked at Sony is I was clearing out a bunch of demo discs and promotional items for concept art and what have you. And I pulled out a poster. This is back when Gone in 60 Seconds had just come out. And there was a poster for a game clearly based on GTA, and they were like, "Yeah, they want a celebrity endorsement." So there's the poster for Carjacking with Angelina Jolie. I was laughing my head off for weeks at that. It was great.
Fucking hell.
And there was all kinds of discs. And I played the best Superman game you'll never get to play. There's a guy who I worked with who was in charge of the PlayStation Network for the UK. He brought in, because they all came from other studios, came to work for Sony, and he brought in a disc for a demo that they'd shown to DC and said, "Can we get the license? We want to make this Superman game." And it was I believe it was a PS1 game, and or was it PS1 or PS2? It must have been PS2 actually. Yeah, it was PS2 because PS3 was just about to come out. We had a dev kit in the office. So PS2 game of a Superman title, full Metropolis. You get to fly around and do whatever and everything like that. And it was absolutely fantastic. But DC said, no, we've already got the license with this other company. And at the time, I think, was it Superman Returns was just about to come out?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, Superman Returns was 2006.
Yeah.
This would have been 2004. Yeah, because... Yeah, we saw the first trailer. I remember I was in the office when I first saw the trailer for the first Transformers movie. We watched the countdown on the screen until it came live. So they knew that a new Superman movie was coming out, so they'd given the license to whichever company it was. So this Superman game that I played, you'll never ever get to play it, and it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, sure, in hindsight now, probably wouldn't be a very good game to play these days, but at the time, it was amazing. I played all these great games that you'll never get to play.
You know,
it was very sad. But I loved it.
One thing I've actually
fuck
found
you, Doug.
is-
You don't get to play these.
Didn't want to anyway.
You know, I played them on the original PS2 and that. GTA 3,
Oh, yeah.
Vice City, and San Andreas.
Well, we just had the Ultimate Edition, or
Yeah,
Collector's
I know.
Edition. Definitive Edition,
well,
that's the one.
Because they had the PS2 ports available that you could buy from the PlayStation Network.
Yep.
So I got them when they were on a bargain price.
Just as well.
I found them completely unplayable.
Really?
I need to get the new version because I'm now used to...
Well, the new version's fucked because they used AI learning to basically to re-render all the graphics and what have you, because they were on a time crunch, even though they had years to do this. So the characters all look fucking weird.
But it'll be more playable because they now use the modern interface with targeting and that sort of thing.
Yeah, but a lot of people who are familiar with the old games can't play with the new control system because it's just alien to them for how they originally played the games.
I've just found them unplayable. I can't. You know, I can't shoot. I can't.
It bugs me
lock
the fact
onto
that I have to
targets.
download updates for games all the time. It's like anytime I want to play Minecraft, I always have to download something first. And like literally on my PlayStation right now, there is an update for Marvel's Avengers that has been sit on halfway downloaded for about 6 months, just because I paused it so I could play something. And I've never gone back and continued. And I know as soon as I finish downloading it, it's going to say there's another update. You have to download another 7 gigs, and it's like, for fuck's sake.
That's why, like, with my Xbox and stuff, I set them so that when you've got them on standby, they just auto-download.
Yeah,
the
but I don't
updates.
know. I have other things unplugged overnight and stuff because, you know, I can't... I'm so poor, I can't really be lucky on, you know what I mean? Like, literally tonight before it came out, I said to Danny, I said, okay, you can put the heating on for an hour because that's how much gas we've got right now.
Right.
So, to make sure that she's got enough for a shower in the morning and stuff for work. So, yeah. So, yeah. Life's not good in terms of money, but games are good. But therefore, yes, Andy, you've been waiting patiently, mate.
Question for yourself as an ex-game tester.
Yep.
If you could do any game, any genre, create it yourself, what would it be? Why?
I did
Jigsaw.
I pitched one while
Evil
I went to
Dead.
Sony. Well, there is an Evil Dead. There's several Evil Dead
It'd be
games.
your version of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'd be like an Evil. Like I'd love to do Lego Evil Dead. That would be funny. Where you throw through
The
all.
musical.
Yeah. Look. Oh, I've got the CD for Evil Dead musical in my car right now. It's great. But yeah, I did pitch a game when I worked there. As when I worked there, one of the bigger projects that I worked on while I was there is. Does anyone remember the Buzz games for PlayStation?
Oh yeah, love
Where
those.
yeah, where you had the buzzers, the game show thing.
Oh,
It was a
right, yeah,
big red buzzer and then 4 coloured buttons.
Jason Donovan was Buzz.
Jason Donovan was the voice of Buzz. Yes, came in one day. It was very nice. No, it was a PlayStation exclusive. there is something similar, but yeah, Buzz is PlayStation.
It's like
so
a version of like.
So there is a number of
100 questions.
regular versions of Buzz, and then they did spin-offs, which are mini games called Buzz Junior.
Yeah.
And there is a game called Buzz Junior Jungle Party.
Yeah,
which is
Joshua
where he
had
plays
that.
Mickey.
He loved that.
My name's in the credits.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah, it's in the manual and on the actual game as well. And because what
You
we did,
suggested to not put in
I'll get
naked Keith Chegwin.
I'll get to my pitch in a moment.
Right.
But when I was working there, one of the days is I got told go to the video room. You're going to be playing Buzz basically all day, Buzz Junior, because in that game, which is narrated by Connie Hook, by the way, she explains what you have to do in each mini game. And we sat in this room.
Misses.
Yeah, we sat in this room all day. Ordered pizza, drank Coke and everything like that, and we just played each mini game over and over and over and over again, recorded it, and then that footage is what they play in at the start before the game starts to basically show you how to play the game. I'm the Blue Monkey, so if you ever watch that and think the Blue Monkey is an aggressive cunt, it's because I am. So yeah, I say my name is in the credits if anyone ever plays it. I've got a copy of it somewhere. They said to me, you have to go to the video room, which in Sony it's weird. You've got like the main, like that's the foyer and the stories there. Then you've got down that side, that's where like QA is and all that kind of stuff and editing stuff. Then you have this way, and then ground floor was.
This is great radio.
Oh, shut up. So down there was Wipeout Studio. Then middle floor was Formula One Studio because we had the Formula One license at the time, and then top floor was external development where I worked. So to get to the video room, it was on the other side of the building over here. So for my department, you had to go out that door, down the stairs. But I was coming from the canteen, which was over here somewhere. And I thought to myself, I'm not going all the way, because I had a key card that let me into every part of the building. And I thought to myself, I can't be asked going all the way up to external development just to go across, to come down the stairs. I'll just walk through Formula One development. So I went in there, and I don't know if anyone's ever been to a game studio, but they keep them very dark so that the developers can look at the monitors and stuff. I opened that door, and it was like a bunch of Dracula's just went at the lights. It's a full-size Formula One car right in front of me, this McLaren Mercedes. I'm like, wow. And I've got all these little mole men staring at me as I'm walking through the office, just to get to the other side, to go and sit in this room where I was in the dark myself for the next 6 hours or whatever it was, playing this game. But yeah, so that was fun. But because we were doing a lot of Buzz games at the time, they said to me, if you ever come up with any ideas for games or anything like that, feel free to pitch them. So I had an idea for one. I took one of our producers aside one day. I think he was literally about to leave to go to Japan in about half an hour. And somehow I thought, this is a good idea. Let's talk to him now. So I says to him, okay, I've got an idea. What if we do Buzz pub quiz? What if we do we do general knowledge categories anyway on Buzz. So what if we do it as like a pub? So Buzz would be dressed as almost like the pub landlord, like Al Murray. And we'd have Jason Donovan doing kind of like a landlordy version of Buzz and what have you. But I thought we'll do questions, but we'll also do mini games as well. So we could have like a darts section. So like the target's going in on the dartboard, and you hit the buzzer on when you want it to go, and it'll go into that kind of thing. Stop it when it's going round onto the number, and then going into.
You were suggesting Buzz Bullseye.
Well, that just be one of the games, and then one of them that I had was pissing up the wall, which would literally be in a toilet, urinals, and then you'd have to smack your buzzer, and your piss stream would go up the wall like that.
That's when you lost him.
I thought that was one. Actually, he was laughing his head off at that. I thought that was one of the better ideas of the thing. And he said there's actually some potential there. He said, I will run it past people. I don't know if he ever did, but I never heard anything back about it. But yeah, there was like flicking peanuts across the bar and that kind of thing. You were going to do stuff like that. It would have been like a fun little pub Olympics kind of thing mixed with a pub quiz and stuff like that. So that's a game that I actually did pitch once upon a time. So, yeah.
Strong question, aren't they?
Strong. So have we got anything else?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, well, I guess now we have to pick which is the best question. Is the one that led us on to talking about the games industry and how it's fucked, basically, or me talking about my experience in the games industry. So, I don't know. I can't decide on this one because I've had too much to say about the matter already, so I'm going to leave it up to you.
Well, it's your prize to give away, so I think you...
Oh, fuck, don't leave this up to me.
If there were more people here, we'd do an audience.
Applause
meter, but you can't really applause for yourselves. So, yeah.
No.
Who thinks Andy's doing? Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Sorry. Kaylee. Who thinks Kaylee should win? It doesn't really work, does it? Yeah.
No. Like,
I think Andy's house is probably getting full of all the stuff he's winning
know,
from here because he's always here.
I was gonna like my thought process was, to be fair, like the second question sort of like jumped from the first, so without the first question we wouldn't have had the second either.
True.
So
Diplomatic. Well done,
Like-
well done.
Well
done.
so that was my thinking.
We got our winner then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Kaylee, you've won. So
I'll
it pays
give you
to
that
come
in a
to the
bit.
50-foot nerds. Okay, so that takes us up to the end of the show. So we will be back here in 2 weeks' time. Yes, I know. I know. Well, we can't come back in at the last Sunday of the month because that'll be Christmas Day. And, you know, I don't want to be outside.
I'll be here.
You're going to be in on Christmas Day?
My whole family's going to be here. My missus' side and my side. We're all meeting here on Christmas Day.
You want a personalised podcast?
Somebody's bringing turkey, somebody's bringing gravy, somebody's
Actually
bringing
sounds
it.
pretty
It's
cool.
going to be fucking amazing. I can't wait. It's the
That
first time
sounds
I've been excited for Christmas Day in a really long time.
That
'cause
does sound
usually
really good.
it's a pain in the ass of a day.
We'd have a carvery style at my mum's.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. She's
I'm
got a
working.
turkey, she's got beef, she's got gammon. Yeah, all ready to go. Gammon. But I'm sure we'll be talking about Christmas more next time anyway, because we're back here in 2 weeks. As I
Yeah.
say, we will be here December the 11th. And for that show, we're not even going to ask you to pay. We're going to do it as a completely brand new. That's not right. That's not what the
Well,
word I'm looking
technically
for.
it's a brand new show,
It's going
yeah.
to be a brand new show, yeah.
We're-
I don't know. We'll probably talk about stuff we've covered in other Christmas specials. Let's not be.
I was meaning more like the sketch. It's like
It's going to be
this year-
completely free anyway. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way. It's going to be completely free. It's our Christmas present to the customers of Geek Retreat Warrington. So
Whoever
yeah,
wants to
we
show
want
up.
as many people there as can possibly be there.
Yup.
The fact that you don't have to pay is more incentive to fucking come. So, you know.
Come and properly celebrate Christmas with us. So,
Yeah.
come wearing your Christmas hats. Come wearing your Christmas jumpers. We want to
Just
see you
come.
in your tinsel.
Just come all over Geek Retreat Warrington. Douche! Exactly. We are going to be doing something a little bit different for our Christmas special. Each year we do the sketches, basically an intro sketch and an outro sketch.
Yep.
We have written them for this year.
Think of
Doug's
it as
gonna
like
be
a-
in them. We're going to do radio plays basically in front of you guys.
like a bizarre panto with just like that involves theatre of the mind. rather than
Exactly.
Oh no,
sex.
it isn't.
So we'll be doing. We will be forming
yes,
an
it is.
audio play right in front of you. We're hopefully going to have a special guest who's going to be joining us to be in that sketch as well. I'm just waiting for him to confirm whether or not he can come or whether or not he'll have to record his lines for him to play it on the day. But fingers crossed he will be here for that. We've already got audio recordings from a couple of other special guests who will be playing in on the night, and it's going to be a lot of fun. There are parts for the audience as well, so we will be holding up cue cards to say like scream and shit like that because you're going to need to scream. Let's just say that much. Scream and cheer
At that
and all
point, we'll
kinds
get
of gear.
Doug to like walk around with a microphone to get good takes of people. Yeah, we're gonna hold up a sign that says "Screevy," and then just get people to do their best goblin impressions. They're like, hold up
On
a
this
sign.
side of the
Like,
table. I only-
no, we tried that. Like, remember the super casual show? We're like, here, have a microphone.
yeah,
And he
that's
went,
true,
no,
yeah. Yeah,
I'm not fucking doing that. It's your show. You fucking do it.
Hey, man, I'm not getting on fucking shore, dickhead.
Get on show. You've got to pay me 20p for a bus, mate.
What, man?
So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. As I say,
you're a dickhead,
and it's
you're a
not going to be this
dickhead.
format of show. We're not going to be doing the news because who wants to listen to news at Christmas? We're going to be talking about Christmas, just generally shooting the shit like we do. You know, like at the end when we just tell stories and shit. We're going to do that all about Christmas.
Yep.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. So get as many
you-
people
if you-
down as you can. We're going to have a good time. I guarantee you that much.
And if you heard the clip of Mike promoing last show, like on the radio,
Oh, yes.
you
Yeah, I was on
also
the radio.
teased some of the you also teased some of the Christmas stuff as
Yeah.
well, like
Yeah.
gave some little hints of what we're doing.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. Yeah,
I think
didn't even
because I
mention it.
pretty
I
much
was on Radio
messaged you
Merseyside.
that morning, going, "I've got an idea."
Yeah, I don't know if anyone heard me on Radio Merseyside the other week. No, it was what was it? Last Saturday?
Yeah, last
yesterday,
Saturday.
yeah.
On
I
with,
went on with
Kevin
Kevin-
Dwala
yeah.
standing in for Sean Stiles.
Yeah, it was good fun. I mentioned
That was the
this show.
episode where we figured out like you like get a pack of digestive biscuits and then
I don't do that.
then like
Okay, so
turn it into a biscuit. Turn it into a cake filled with
You know when your biscuit dunks in your tea and it breaks off.
Oh,
and
in
falls
fact, we've
down?
had to discuss this for 2 episodes.
Yeah. So I was saying that I just leave it there, and then once I finish my cup of tea, I scoop it out at the end. It's a little tasty treat.
Right, I'll make fucking tea from now on. I get it. Right, Jesus!
Throw it back. Bombshell. Then we're gonna leave that show there. So yeah, thanks once again to Doug for having us here at Geek Retreat Warrington. Thank you guys for coming. Anyone who's listening to the show, you can support the show by coming to see us if you're in the area. Come on down, Geek Retreat Warrington, 11th of December. It's completely free. What are you doing? Get there. What else can you do with Christmas for free? You know what I mean? Aside from see your family, but even then you've got to pay for presents for them. Fuck that. I'm a stingy, mingy bag.
And that's the episode title.
Yeah, that's it. That's his name for this episode.
But if you want to be nice and buy things from us, then that's fine. That's capitalism. Yeah, you can buy our merch.
Don't get me started.
tinyurl.com/50foot store. That's 50FT store. Or join us on Patreon. It's little as £1 a month.
Yep.
It's patreon.com/50foot nerds. That's
which-
50FT nerds.
Which I will give a shout because I got a notification. Apparently, there's someone called Heather. That is
Yes, I know who
supporting
that
us
is. That's she's from the Movie Timelines Discord.
Cool, right. So, shout out to you, Heather.
Shout out, yeah. So,
if you tip high enough, we'll talk about you on the show as well.
Exactly. Andy, you're on there, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets in for free because he's basically our mascot at this point. No,
that's not
too late.
capitalism. Oh, that bombshell. Yeah. All that remains to say is for this episode of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds, I've been John Nintendo.
I've been baking a cake, and I've been Little Dalek Horn.
Don't steal my
Next
bit.
time, my minions geek out.
Oh God. These shows just get stranger and stranger.
Yep.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at Voltsevexoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.